Okay, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, episode a non-classic, that's non-classic. This is episode number 2900 and Doubleshot number 2794. Yep, 2900. Wow, only 100 episodes to go to episode 3000. Do I think I might reach it for the end of the year? Maybe. By the way, I'm getting very close to 350 subscribers. Thank you for that. And can you believe that next month marks 11 years since I started doing this video view series? Yeah, this is my longest one. Because I put so much effort into these things. I love doing these video view series. But no trains this time, surprisingly. Just individual issues like I've been doing for quite a while because I wanted to basically finish reviewing this stuff. And just open stuff because I had a lot to open up basically where I was reviewing it. And I just want to get stuff cleared so I can basically start more stuff. Because I had a lot of stuff left open because I had not finished reading a lot of stuff. So, excuse me. That's mainly the reason why that I've been doing these videos where I just read individual issues. So, this will be discussing issues 151 to 159 and 162 to 163 of Wonder Woman Volume 2. Now, 151 to 159 are the last issues done by Eric Luke. He is the writer. He basically, we wrap up his run here, which has been going on since issue 139. So about 2 years on this title, which not bad of a run. It's actually a little bit shorter than John Byrne's run for the book. Yes. Now, of course, you have the awesome Matt Hughes covers, who still does the covers. Now, the reason why I'm skipping over 160 161, this is a good reason why. I reviewed that in Batman by Brian K. Vaughan, which included those two issues. Yes, I did. Now, 151 is noteworthy for the debut of the second ever Dr. Poison. And she is the granddaughter of the original Dr. Poison from the 40s. Yes, she appears in the open two issues. Diana also fights a Minotaur, works alongside Cassie's Handmark, who, in these issues, she eventually becomes officially Wonder Girl. Gets on Wonder Girl costume, even though she's been claiming to be Wonder Girl for quite some time. Here, she's officially recognized as Wonder Girl. Interesting, it took 2 years after John Byrne left the book officially recognized the character that he created as Wonder Girl. Yep. And aside from finding her, we also have a return of Devastation. Yes, a villain that Eric Luke created. Matthew Clark knows the artwork here. Yeah, and some of our villains that he has her fight through this whole book is Kai, a Hindu god, which after 152 that she stopped appearing in the book. Yeah, when she appeared previously in the previous story arc, she had last appeared. Her debut was in World War II 99. She previously appeared in the issue of Dreaming, Lobo's Back, The Hellblazer. Very sporadic, but... Oh, by the way, Eric Luke's supporting character is Roma Kandra. Yeah, he's been appearing in the book since issue 148. And after 152, he comes back 180. And that was it for the guy. He never returned after that. By the way, the whole Dr. Poison story got basically 150, 152. Now, 153 has a guest appearance by Superboy, which kind of basically gets her into relation with Superboy, which is nice. Now, this, of course, came in 2000 with the height of Young Justice. I believe this was the very issue where Wonder Girl gets... By the way, this is not done by Eric July. This is by Mark Millar, which is interesting. Yes, and 154 is a two-parter with Three of Hearts. They kill off the character Blue Ice, mostly put the main villain in the storyline as Dr. Echo. Well, you think it is, but nope. He gets killed off the next issue. Is Our Man. Yes. Basically, he also appeared in Superman for a couple issues, and he appears here for 150, 155. Yeah, they kind of, it's okay, let's just start. By the way, we have Denzel Young doing two-parter. Not Eric Luke. Oh, no, he left. Let's come back. It's a quick two-parter. And then he comes back for issues 158, 156, 158. It's called Devastating Returns. Yeah, it's her return to basically cause torment to basically Diana for the next 3 issues. And then 159 is basically just the aftermath of it, where they basically already get rid of her. And we're kind of like new direction here. Of course, there's a flashback here to the All Country Reporters. There's a flashback that we're kind of here. Actually, John Barrett kind of where in this era they were kind of where Hippolyta joined the JSA, not Wonder Woman herself, not Diana. It was somebody else. But now moving on to issues 162, 163. It's a two-part done by Ben Rabb, where it's basically, you're going to love this. It's a two-parter where it's Wonder Woman versus Black Manta for 2 issues. Like, oh, that sounds really cool. Yeah, really cool storyline. Also has Aquaman as well, which is amazing. And I gotta admit, these issues actually are really good. I loved every one of them. Give it 9 out of 10. Now, next up basically is some Vigilante. This is going to be interesting to talk about because I am discussing issues 15 to 31 and both annuals. Now, 151, of course, is one of the last issues done by Marv Wolfman. It's basically, the whole thing, this one is basically deal with a killer clown. He's going crazy. Yeah, and of course, you have, of course, deal with the Executioner. He's in his issues too. Yeah, the Executioner is a recurring villain. Yeah, he's basic. I think this was the first time he appeared in this. I think it was this issue we started appearing because, yeah, pretty much in the way he was appearing as a recurring villain in this book. This, of course, is the original Executioner. No, actually, he was the first time he returns to issue 9. He does come back a little bit later. It's just a one-off appearance, maybe, where he comes back. Issue 16 is done by. It's the first issue by Paul Kupperberg, which you could basically. This book is teasing what he did before. Yes. Now, basically, you have Marsha King basically still appearing in these issues, but by 36, they basically kind of reduced her a bit in the book. They did. If Alex Selvig does the arc of this one, and then we have 17, a quick 2-part. We have Alan Moore do this one. Yes, Alan Moore comes in for a couple issues. And then issue 19, it's called Father's Day. 19 starts a storyline that goes on for quite a while. Oh my gosh. So, basically 19 begins a new direction in the book. Paul Kupperberg comes to official writing of the book. So, apparently, now it's written here in this issue that apparently over time, Adrian has not, he's losing mental stability being a vigilante. So, in this issue, he quits being a vigilante. He throws his costume in garbage and then put it against issue 36, which we'll get the reason for that. But before we continue, we have to talk about the annual. Yes, there is one annual release this period of time, actually released the previous month. Yes, A number 1 for this very book. Yes, is mostly put just it feels like, even though it's written by Paul Kupperberg, it feels like the way it's written here. It seems like it's set during when Marv Wolfman wrote the book. Yes. But then issue 20 begins a major storyline here. So, then we have it where there's a new vigilante. It's not Adrian, it's somebody else. Maybe we'll listen to issue 27 who this is. Nightwing shows up because, well, he thinks Adrian's gone freaking nuts. So he shows up here for a couple issues and he's out of the book. Yeah, and he's actually the second outside character who appears in this very book. The first being Cyborg, and now it's Nightwing's turn. Like, okay, interesting. And throughout these issues also, like, not only after this 2-parter with Nightwing, like, this vigilante's, like, killing people. We don't know who he is in, like, issue 27. By 23, they bring in the original Executioner back, and he's here as a recurring villain to issue 27. Now, basically, Adrian also these issues does act as judge, which this also was going on. He also had guest appearance in New Teen Titans. I think it was Tales of Teen Titans number 59, I think it was, I think it was 50. I think it was 50. I think no, actually, it was 57, where he tried Deathstroke for various crimes. But here's the thing: he found Slade not guilty on all counts, but one. And that one count was having unlicensed weapons in his house. That's like all the crimes he committed. That was only he actually convicted him with unlicensed weapons. Beastboy was upset with this and basically broke Deathstroke into and kill him. And then, of course, he let go anyways. He was in jail for like a year. So throughout this, there's also this bailiff named Dave, who's basically there with him. He's also dealing with like a. There's his mother who lost charge to die was murdered, and it's suspected that these two guys killed him. They were arrested. They were charged, and then like they start the case and how do you plead? The lawyer's like, I like the charges dropped due to the witness being hysterical. And I'm like, his reasoning doesn't make any freaking sense. Because they call the witness hysterical and then the charges drop. She gets upset because, no, they murdered my baby girl. And then she proceeds to try to go and find him and try to murder these two guys. Look, if Adrian talks her out of it, she's not in charge for this at all. Of course, you're going to have to agree, too. Electrocution is also killing people randomly in this book. Then this whole Vigilante comes ahead, where, he ends up shooting Vigilante, this other Vigilante, and it turns out it's Alan Wells, a fellow judge. And it's revealed in the issue that he got the costume from the garbage, very same garbage can. Apparently, he saw Adrian throw the suit in the garbage, and he said to put it on himself and commit the crimes. He was also killing cops, too. Yeah, he was killing cops. So, he died. Adrian tied him up. It basically wrapped his body in this special tarp and threw the Vigilante costume on Electrocution's body because he got killed off in the issue. Though, this comes later. And then, the very next issue, we have another Vigilante show up. Though it's revealed very early on, this actually is Dave, the bailiff. And he acts as basically Vigilante until issue 36. But before this, in issue 35, there's also this subplot of the book where Harry Stern is this hardball detective who doesn't like the fact that he's been pulled off a case that he knows there's a lot more evidence to get. But nope, politics pulled him off a freaking case. Yes. By the way, also in issue 20, yeah, also by this point, after issue 20, basically, Captain Hall from New Teen Titans does guest star in the book. But after this issue, he is appearing in issue 31. Yeah. Yeah, Harry Steen. Now, issue number 20. If I get my thing here up, I think it was 23 was his debut appearance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets close on his one case, and then he's told he's removed the case because of politics. And he also tells the person who's actually a friend of his that he's like, you can kiss 18 years of friendship goodbye. Because he didn't like it at all. He basically thought it was bullcrap. Yeah, Paul Cooper specifically created this character just so he could become a character in Checkmate. So, then eventually he arrests Adrian Chase, and then proceeds to, it's not shown here, but he later searched Adrian's place and got supposedly all this evidence, and then it's pointed out there's actually a technicality here. So, Marcia points out, though, about this supposed warrant to search his place, and, she's about to reject, but the judge does realize what she's about to do because she's actually correct on this. He did not have a warrant to search his place at all. He had a warrant for his arrest, but not to search his place. So, because the whole thing with that, he's actually, the case is thrown out due to the fact for insufficient evidence. And Harry possibly might become, like, brought up on charges of, like, not following procedure. Of course, they do kill off a couple of characters named Cannon and Saber. Yeah, but really cool annual. I love the fact all the legal stuff here. And I love the fact Paul Kupperberg basically keeps everything in line perfectly. And like, okay, Adrian's clear with his whole case. And then like the very next issue, like he's an airplane, and the Peacemaker shows up here too. Yes, the freaking Peacemaker is in this book. Because I don't think his miniseries came out at that point in time. I don't think so. No, it came a couple years later, but yeah, so yeah, he appears in this book as a guest star. Yes, a guest star. And if in case of course he was a recurring character from this point forward. Yeah, for some reason he's not added to the book, and then like during the course of the fight with the other vigilante, who is Dave Watson, he's killed. And so, by the way, also the agency appears in with Lieutenant Vosk. Who's Lieutenant Vosk? Lieutenant Vosk, now this is the debut of the agency, which is a group that Roy Harper worked for. So, Lieutenant Vosk, if you know who this woman is, this woman was once part of not only Checkmate, but also she was part of Doom Patrol. Yeah, she was a Paul Kupperberg creation, so of course she's in this book. So, basically, with death of Dave Watson in issue 36, Adrian puts on the mask once again, and he basically is the vigilante for the rest of the book. But I gotta admit, these issues are amazing. You would definitely say the book becomes more interesting by issue 19. That's where the book becomes interesting. Because issue 15, 18 is okay. Along with the annual, it's okay. But it's not interesting as what Paul Kupperberg was doing. And here's the weird thing about this whole book. Only the first 11 issues are in trade. There is no volume 2 for that one. The rest of this book is not in trade. At all. No explained reason for it, just is not. But I enjoyed these issues, and when I come back to this book, it'll be the end of this book. I'm going to give Vigilante issues 15 to 36 and 2 annuals a 9 out of 10. But, yeah, Wolfman, I think he did an okay job with the book, but it wasn't as memorable as what Paul Kupperberg was doing. I think that you almost could think, now, I hear something really interesting about the Executioner. Now, according to Chuck Dixon, he wanted to use this guy for his appearance in Detective Comics. But that guy appeared once. Apparently the plan was to use this Executioner, but apparently according to Dixon, he said that he was allowed to because this is a character that for some reason only Marv Wolfman was on the write him. But you're like thinking, wait a minute, if Marv was on the write him, then why did Kupperberg write the character? My guess is Wolfman must have given permission. That's my guess. And Chuck probably didn't have, even though he tried to ask permission to use the character, he probably was told no. That's probably what happened there. Because the Pop Sitcom was, oh, Executioner, but it's a complete different character. It's like, everything is all that except for he really is. That's the big thing with this one. It's a shame because I think the Executioner is a good character. And you know the weird thing is by him? He's only appeared once as the comics. Once. In Arkham Origin. Yeah, and it was this guy who appeared in Arkham Origin. It was the second one. It was, let's see. But definitely, of course, basically that I would definitely recommend checking his books out because the books are really, really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But now I want to say this book looks so moving on from that. So next up is going to be That Time of Crimes of Slime. Okay? For the next video. Bye.